Faith the podcast live on a Wednesday night after 8 o'clock. I'm Coach and I'm with
KC.
And we are
Faith the podcast.
We are back and in color for the first time in 2 weeks.
I'm especially in color because I've been out in the sun all day and I'm super red. I got red.
You're red.
I'm red.
Yeah,
but hey, we're
turn
here.
This down just a little.
We're red,
hot.
but we're here.
Yep, we are here and in color. And hey, it's been a whirl. It feels like we haven't been here like a year.
It's been 3 weeks, but it's been a little crazy.
It's been really crazy.
It's been crazy for us, but you've been busy. Yeah. I've been busy. Yeah. Basically, that's the course of my tennis season is about 3 to 4 weeks, and so we've been really
busy.
Really crazy busy.
Just trying to catch everybody up. I've been the culprit that's kind of kept us from being live because I had to be in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for the USAPL High School Nationals. We had 4 kids from Team Black Powerlifting. By the way, in case you can't see I got to go this way with it. Can't see our official team warm-up right there.
There it is right there. It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
And then got back on a Monday night from Myrtle Beach at about midnight, and then turn around at 7 a.m. the next morning and fly out to Phoenix for a work thing.
You're a traveling man.
And then, of course, my wife had just gotten back from Egypt. So, yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah. Our poor Gracie Bell, who is our show mascot, was just beside herself. Now she had a sitter that was gracious enough to sit in and watch after her, but she just was crazy with us not being around. Crazy.
Oh, yeah, she's got a little bit of that separation anxiety, but
yep.
She's my buddy, though.
Yes, she loves her Uncle Kyle.
I would take her at our house, but we'd be a zoo.
You already are a zoo.
We kind of are. We only have 2 dogs, but one dog, that Sadie girl, she figured out how to open doors now, and so we've got issues where twice last week with the wind, all it took was like a little bit. As soon as the garage door opened, she opened the garage door and was like waiting as Jessica was coming in the driveway, and we're like, "What did you just do?" So that's the kind of zoo that we're dealing with at my house. But we did have a successful tennis season.
It's already over.
Hey, so also big news for me on my front. I got out of coaching football. I'm not coaching football next year.
Oh,
thank goodness.
Yeah, you definitely wanted that non-assignment.
So what fall sport am I coaching then? Is the question.
Basketball, which is considered fall, and then tennis, I guess, and
no,
track
that's
and
spring.
field.
No.
Baseball.
No, I am a assistant volleyball coach.
You'd have to bring that up.
Yes. Assistant volleyball coach.
That's a bad word around my parts
I know. Maybe A-Train can come and talk about that sometime. But
just so our, not to get in trouble with HIPAA here, but so our star of our powerlifting team had a little mishap before 10 days before nationals and tweaked his knee. Let's just call it that.
Tweaked it, yeah, yes.
And he's been pretty comical about his volleyball thing, sending me pictures of volleyball courts and making little snide comments.
All that, yeah, sure.
And so, look, I'm not embarrassing him by saying this. I threw it back at him when we were walking down the boardwalk in Myrtle Beach on Monday morning. I said, well, I hope that volleyball game was worth it. Cost you a national title. So, and he acted like he was going to start to cry, but he was putting on a show to make me feel bad for saying that.
Sure.
So, whatever.
That's funny.
I hate volleyball.
No,
I really don't, but it's a bad word now.
But right now it is.
It's a bad word.
Yeah, I decided that's where I'm going next is coaching volleyball. So I'm actually pretty stoked about that, though. Sorry to talk about volleyball.
Do you know?
So much.
Do you know what you're doing?
No, that's why I'm the assistant. That's why I'm not the head coach.
He's assistant to the assistant.
Yes. our other coaches have some great vibes, and so it was like I'll just coach along with them. So that'll be fun.
Just follow it. You're a people person anyway.
Yeah,
so
I mean I'm
do your thing.
I'm an emotions coach more than anything.
You're
anyway,
the rah-rah guy.
Where it's like, hey, come on over here. I know you're sad. Like, come. We'll try to be better. So I try to be positive vibes guy. And tennis is so it's so mental.
I'm sure it's like golf.
It is like golf. And I don't think I realized that more until like my second year coaching of just how mental it was like last year. And no offense to my kids out there, but they're a bunch of head cases this year. So I've had to
What middle school kids are head cases?
Nah,
you're kidding.
Yeah, right. So, but we've had terrible weather the past 3 weeks for tennis until today. So usually I'm even more tan this time of year, but we're back. We're good. We did get my tennis tan after all. I dig those glasses, Coach. Did you get those?
You asked me that the last time I
did
wore
I do
them.
that?
Yes, you did.
They're not new.
No, they're fairly new, but I don't wear. We kind of have glasses for the occasion.
I have those too. Yeah,
These are kind of like my work glasses, and then the other ones are more like my fashion
You're
glasses.
cool.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. We got high fashion over here.
Yeah.
We should turn this into a fashion podcast. Maybe.
No.
No. Okay.
It would be kind of like a baseball podcast where I'd know nothing about it.
No, but there's so. I mean, we could do the top 5 Russell Westbrook outfits like that.
Well, you'd have to run the show there because I got no idea.
Although Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder showed up in a Canadian tuxedo tonight, which is pretty rad, which is all denim. So that's our guy.
So tonight we are kind of venturing away from our sports theme, as we will do during the off season of football for the most part.
Yeah.
And tonight we're, I think it was our last show. We did the top
sports movies.
10 our favorite top 10 sports movies.
Yes.
And we rated them by Rotten Tomatoes, which I assume we're doing the same thing tonight.
Yes.
Tonight we're doing non-sports movies. So, which I found out I don't have very many.
Yeah, that's fair.
like I think 7 out of my 10 were sports movies.
Yes.
So I am scrambling just a bit to find, and they're there, but they're not. I would say probably I'm gonna have a hard time finding 10 that I consider my favorites. But I'm gonna do it because, and then we ranked them based off of our total points. Was it our average? What do we do?
We just did our total points.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I won by a landslide.
Yeah, you did, because my movies were. Now, if we were going best, I think we could. That would be different. But these are our favorites.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, our favorites.
Now, I think the game that we were playing is guessing what you thought your Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I was guessing the
was
scores.
That was really fun.
Close.
So
yeah.
I think we'll do that again.
Yeah,
we'll
I like
quiz
that.
I have a tough time too with my favorite non-sports movies, honestly. But I was trying to.
I'm looking at the top 500 right now of all times, and I have found like 3.
Like my favorite. Yeah, I mean, mine might surprise you though, because it's pretty recent.
Yeah, some of mine are recent. Not all of them. Ooh, there's a good one.
Yeah.
So let's talk about sports before we get into this, because this will take a good portion of our show. Thunder's in the playoffs tonight.
Yes, they are. They're
in the play-in game.
The play-in, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like their chances.
They are playing Pelicans team that we do match up well against. So
they do well.
We
and then,
should win. We have a chance of winning.
And then you're going to have to help me, because I have paid zero attention to the NBA this year. If they win, who would they shot? Who would they be playing?
They have to play the Lakers.
So Lakers when they're playing.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. They have to play. Who did they play? The Lakers?
Lakers lose last night.
They lost. They won last night, so they're in. And we play the loser of that game, and I can't remember who they played. Timberwolves. So if we win tonight, against the Pelicans. We play the Timberwolves
And
Friday
playing game,
night.
or a loser leave town game.
Yeah,
thing.
losers out. So that's the way it goes. If we lose, we're out tonight. But if we win 2 games, we're in, basically. So that's the way that it goes. And we match up against both teams well. So it should be really quite interesting. And I'm going to keep my eye on it over here on my app as well, because I have watched
kick off?
8:30. 8:30. And I've watched most Thunder games since January. I've watched just about all of them. So I'm kind of pot committed a little bit. So
Okay. All right. What else in sports? Draft in a couple of weeks?
Yes. Yeah, and I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know.
Anything brewing there?
Kind of where DeAndre Hopkins might end up as far as being traded. Like his name is still
And he's with?
pretty hot. The Cardinals right now.
yeah.
And you did have Odell Beckham Jr. get traded to the Ravens.
Or he signed with the Ravens.
Signed with the Ravens.
Yeah.
And so that puts a little bit of probably ease on Lamar for sure. So I don't know how that's going to go, but Patrick Mahomes is holding a bunch of workouts down in his home in Texas. And so there's just for Patrick being Patrick a little bit, him working hard. So, yeah.
Well, kind of shifting gears, or still sports related, but I was in Phoenix last week, and our event was at the Cardinal Stadium, State Farm Arena or whatever, State Farm Stadium or whatever, where the Cardinals play. And I just want to say I was not entirely impressed with the facility.
Really?
New.
Sure.
Fairly new. Just did it very basic. Very basic.
Sure, yeah.
I will tell you there's not a bad seat in the house, which that's hard to find in a football stadium.
Yeah, yep.
Only seats 70-something thousand. They actually had brought in 10,000 extra seats for Tay-Tay, your girl.
That's my girl.
And so it brought it up to like 79,000, 78,000, whatever. But it's not a very big venue.
Huh.
No, I mean, they have the Jumbotrons at the end zones, at one of the end zones. That's it.
Huh.
And I was told, when we did the tour, and I was told that it was designed to be multifunctional. So, like, they have a downstairs convention center. They have sections of it kind of walled off for special events like ours was, because we had about 300 people there, and it was just about the right size.
Sure.
And it looks nice, but it's very plain. And I've done the Cowboy Stadium tour, and that Cowboy Stadium just blows it away. I mean, it's not even,
oh my gosh, it's so
not
nice.
even close.
Just wait till you go to the new baseball park, by the way.
And
there,
where?
Arlington.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right across the street from Jerry World. It's so nice.
We were going to be there this weekend because our kids, we have 3 seniors that were wanting to, the Collegiate Nationals is this weekend.
Oh, okay.
But the 2 of the kids have prom, and so they're not going, so I have canceled the trip. But we were going to go, that's where they were holding they were holding it in the old, I can't remember if they were putting the new one or the old one. Huh. Is the new baseball field have the convention center space?
It might be next door.
It's next door.
Yeah, next door.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they're doing the Collegiate Nationals, but I decided to cancel the trip. But the other thing is we were doing the tour, and so the tour guide's taking us around, and it's very unimpressive, right? And so he goes, okay, so see this red stripe going down the wall here? That's the Cardinals locker room. And there's a door going in the Cardinals locker room, but we don't get to go in there. He goes, let's go this way, and I'll show you the visitors locker room. It's exactly the same locker room. And I thought, okay, so we walk in there, and it looks like something that we had at UCO back in the 80s. I mean, it was very plain looking. There was like 2 whirlpools there, a couple of training tables to tape, and I thought, wow, this just doesn't really impress me a whole lot. And so everybody's kind of like, unimpressed. And he goes, oh, you really want to see the Cardinals locker room? Okay. He pulls out his phone and shows us pictures of the Cardinals locker room.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah, you're done with you.
I found my way back to the main group, and because we went in groups for our tour. And I said, I've seen enough. I don't need to see anymore.
I'm done.
But I was impressed by the way they move the field in and move the field out, because it's a grass turf that grows outside. Then they move it, for game day, they move it inside on the tracks.
Sure.
It takes like 8 days or whatever, to move it in. It moves so slow. And it's funny how there's restrictions on how it can be moved in because of OSHA. And I don't remember what the criteria is, but they can't just bring it in and bring it out real easily. It has to be done really slow. It's a slow process because they're afraid somebody will get hurt, get injured. So it moves really, really slow.
Oh, boy.
I want to say it was like 3 hours to move it in, something like that. It might have been longer.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, man, gosh, I'm going to fall asleep. So, and they were getting ready to put a motocross event in, so they're hauling dirt and putting it in and put. Yeah,
that's so crazy that they can do that. I'm over here trying to also. That's really cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's multifunctional.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
And so is Cowboy Stadium.
Sure,
they
right.
do motocross and monster truck and concerts and football, basketball. They're doing the Final Four there next year at Phoenix or at Scottsdale or whatever that is, Glendale.
Yep.
In Glendale. So, and it's perfect for a basketball arena.
Sure.
There isn't a bad seat in there. I was
cool.
I was pretty impressed with how they had that set up because, I mean, that was a cool deal. But I don't know if I'd get carried away about how the whole thing looked. I want to see if I can show you a picture. I know that our audience out there can't see it because I didn't load it today. But so there, where's a good one at? Nope, that's going the wrong way. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's from the end zone view.
Oh, wow, okay.
See, it doesn't seem very big.
No.
And notice that one does not. Oh, maybe that one did have a big. So there's two big screens. I'm sorry, but that's as big as the screen is.
Okay, interesting. I've
one in
seen
the
a
center.
lot. Okay, interesting.
It's just
That doesn't look very big at all.
It isn't very big.
Huh.
It just when you see it, I don't know if I got a better picture where you can see. There you go.
Wow. Okay.
It doesn't look very big.
No.
But it seats 70,000. So
this is great.
Where they did the Super Bowl at? You think?
Yeah, they think it'd be a little bit more. I don't think Hard Rock is very big either. So I don't know. That's where the Miami plays.
Oh yeah.
And they had the Super Bowl there
it's not
too.
real big. I don't think either.
I finally got my top 10, Dan.
You got it?
I got that as we were trying to do it. I was trying to do all things at once today, but I got it, and I feel good about my list. I don't know if it's going to be high on Rotten Tomatoes, but it actually might be.
Okay. Well, we're going to do that here in a minute.
Okay.
Before we go through that, I want to talk about pro wrestling for a minute.
Yeah, talk to me.
So I sent you a couple of pictures last week.
Yeah,
so
right.
My favorite pro wrestler of all time is really struggling right now.
Yeah.
So the legendary Terry Funk health is not well. And we have a friend of mine. I don't really know him that well. He's a Facebook acquaintance, but he and I have similar background. We grew up around it.
Sure.
He was big in Lubbock, Texas, where the Funks owned that territory, and I was big in Amarillo. So what he did in Lubbock's basically what I did in Amarillo. But his dad actually worked for the venue there where they had the wrestling matches. So he got the opportunity to take their jackets back to the locker room and was in the locker rooms and things like that. So he has a little closer. So in fact, he goes and sees Terry every year for his birthday.
Oh, cool. Interesting.
So they're real friends. I just know Terry. Don't even really know him. I knew him as a kid. My dad knew the old man really well, and then I saw him once back in 2000 when he was at what was then the Myriad Convention Center. And had a conversation with Terry, but I mean, we're not friends by any means.
Sure.
But he's part of my childhood. It's like how Roger Staubach's my favorite player of all time, and just remember childhood memories. Terry Funk's the same way as far as wrestling goes. So it's kind of hard to see his picture. So
yeah, I can't imagine. It's like if you were.
He'll be 79 this year.
If it's like when I was when The Rock looks like that someday, like I won't.
Yeah.
That'll be that's tough to tough to see for sure.
I was thinking about you yesterday because I caught about 30 minutes of fighting with my family, which you haven't seen yet.
Still haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I know. I need to see it.
There's a good.
I like Paige, man. She's great.
They got they had the segment I saw was the one where they bumped into The Rock and they asked him for advice and Rock was in true character. You know, it was really funny.
Which I had seen that
part,
that scene over and over, which was great.
Can I have a cup of tea, sir?
Yes, which
you haven't seen the sunshine and
totally The Rock.
Out of Harry Potter rejects.
WrestleMania was very good, all the way around. And you were right, Cody did not win.
Yep, totally.
But it was a heck of a match. It was excellent.
I'm sure it was,
top to bottom.
But look, and let me tell you my reasoning behind that. You think it's because I can't stand Cody, it's not that I can't.
No,
stand
I don't
Cody.
think you don't. You don't.
I kind of like Cody.
You like Cody. You don't like Dusty.
I don't like Dusty, and we can talk about that for here in a second too. The problem I have is every single person that's come from the WCW era
and then
or outsider has always gotten squashed at some point or another. Always.
Yeah.
Sting. Now, probably the only one they didn't do that with was Goldberg and Flair. But if you remember, Flair,
Booker T,
maybe a little bit with Booker T.
Because he was a champion in the WWE for a
maybe.
while. Big Show,
Jericho, I guess maybe.
Jericho, Big Show is another one. Eddie,
maybe I'm wrong.
Benoit.
Yeah, but
we don't talk about
him.
But
with Cody.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
but yeah, you're right.
Cody's recent, and he's a rival now.
Kinda.
I mean, those guys were not threats after they got there.
But I do contend that he is not going. He would not sign that contract if he is not going to go on a run. And also,
he can go on a run without the title.
Also, exactly. Like, I mean, we've talked about it on the show before. Like, it's all about the chase for the baby face, and the heel could hold the title forever.
Yeah.
You know,
which it's designed to.
Yeah.
Which it's funny, the WWE was not set up that way in the original beginning. It was the face. Bruno Sammartino kept the title for 7 years.
Forever. Yeah. Uh-huh.
7 years.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're trying to make Roman into is like they want to like
as a heel.
So anyway, but he's also like a pretty likable heel anymore. Like I think he's at least the most compelling storyline with the bloodline and all of that. But it was a really good show. There's some great matches in there. The Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Gunther match. I would highly recommend going back and watching.
Yeah.
Which I know you're not probably a fan of triple threats, but these dudes were old school European wrestling, just smacking the mess out of each other, and it was brutal. Jessica stopped what she was doing
to watch it.
And she does that. She likes it because it's pretty compelling. Like it's entertaining to her, but. We were both like in awe of that match. That was insane. That was my favorite match of the whole weekend, honestly. And there were some really good ones that had happened.
The problem I have with gimmick matches, which triple threat is a gimmick match. It's a gimmick.
Sure.
Is they're not believable.
Yeah, because it's like that guy just rolled around for 3 minutes while these two were
waiting for an opening.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like I get that. I understand.
And look, we all know wrestling's choreographed. Call it what you want to call it. It's predetermined, but it needs to sell. It needs to be believable, like a TV show.
That's why I like Cody so much. Is I think Cody sells as good as anybody.
Probably.
As far as I think Cody sells well, like believably. Because there's ones that do the over-the-top selling where it's like Shawn Michaels, where I think Shawn was great and it's entertaining, but it was sometimes over the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like Shawn Michaels, believe it or not. Just because
you do?
Well, he's old school.
Yeah. Him and Bret Hart.
And so is Cody.
Yeah.
Cody's got Bret Hart, that style, Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Got that old style,
That's why I liked Punk for all those years, and then he...
he's coming back.
Turns out to be a butthead, but
he's coming back. Yeah. I'm not sure he was wrong.
No,
I mean he might have been wrong by the way he handled it.
MJF is pretty old school and pretty good. MJF and can sell, but
But he's not a very good wrestler.
You don't think he is?
Mm-mm. No, I don't. But
5 moves of doom type situation with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, and he cheats to win every time.
Well, that's part of his gimmick. But I mean, I don't know. So getting back to the whole Dusty Rhodes thing. So he was the spotlight on Legends this past weekend.
Right, because Cody was.
Yeah, they had to time it all. Whatever. Look, I mean, there wasn't anything in there about Dusty Rhodes I didn't already know. So, I mean, everything. I mean, I've heard the stories. I know, except for they make him out to be this. It's probably, I want to call it jealousy, but I have a problem with him getting all this credit when they don't even mention the people that made him.
Sure,
the people that made him.
The Stings of the world.
Well,
and
the Funks.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I mean, the name doesn't even get mentioned.
That's interesting.
Jack Briscoe. I mean, these guys because look, you've heard me say this before. I know most people don't understand what I'm talking about, and I get it. But Eddie Graham made Dusty Rhodes. Dory Funk Sr. made Eddie Graham. And Eddie Graham made Jack Briscoe. And Eddie Graham made, kind of Bob Backlund, but Bob Backlund and Jack Briscoe started in Amarillo, Texas. So, but Dory Funk Sr. doesn't get, nor any of the Funks, hardly ever get any credit. And it just drives me nuts. You're giving Dusty Rhodes all his credit for being the innovator.
They don't get enough credit.
The gimmick matches started in Amarillo, Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, the Russian chain match.
That's why it's called a Texas death match.
A true Texas death match. Dory Funk Sr. created that. And they made a mockery of it because they don't even follow the rules
But
anymore.
I think amongst like the wrestlers,
maybe
I think that he has some of the big. Like that's what I don't understand.
With who? Dusty?
No. With amongst like the Dean Ambroses,
they John are
Moxley's
because
of the world, Chris Jericho, all of those guys.
Maybe.
Like they talk about having an immense amount of respect, but I still don't think that it really lives up to what the Funks.
I think that
probably
the powers
deserve.
that be to have no interest in giving them any credit.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know, but I mean, when you interview the wrestlers, there's a lot. When you do that, what is the show on Vice?
Behind the
I can't remember what it's called.
Dark
now.
Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring. They a lot of mention Terry Funk.
They do. A lot of them do.
But the shows are not centered around Terry Funk.
No, you're right.
They're mentioning him or Dory Funk Jr. and it's like every time you see. Anytime you see listed as greatest world champions of all time, very rarely do you see Dory Funk Jr.'s name mentioned. And it's like he kept the title for almost 5 years.
Forever.
And in an era where they traveled every stinking night.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, more than Harley Race, more than Jack Briscoe, more than Ric Flair. And they didn't wrestle the same wrestler every night where they could perfect doing the same move over and over again. They wrestled somebody new every night.
Right.
And so I guess that's just part of me wanting, the era I grew up in, get some credibility. And I think one of our shows coming up in the future is we're going to do our kind of Mount Rushmore, right, of the errors.
Yeah, I think we should look at doing that next week if we can.
Yeah, let's do it. I think I'm good next week. So
or the following week, whenever
whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Anything else we want to cover there before we get into, because we're at 8:34 right now.
Yeah, so we can do our movies and then Devo probably.
Yeah,
so.
And you may need to do that tonight because I have not worked on anything.
I will. I can do one while we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll do it live.
I don't know if this is going to be 100% my top 10, but I'm going to do the best with it I can because I didn't work on it today. But I got a good list.
I think I have a pretty good list too, and So we'll play. We'll see. We'll play the Rotten Tomatoes game too. So
yeah, let's do that. Okay.
But you're gonna have to get both mine and yours. That's gonna be.
I'm gonna write them down.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, you okay?
I'm gonna write them down.
All right.
I'm gonna write yours down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna write mine down.
Okay.
And I got like 35 here to pick from and go as I go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go because I can't. Okay. So number 10.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. You go first.
I'm gonna go with Thor Ragnarok.
Ooh.
Thor Ragnarok is
Number 10.
10th on my list.
Okay. 6, 5, 4, 3.
Great movie, I thought. It's just fun.
You know what? It wasn't my favorite Thor movie.
Which one's your favorite Thor movie?
The first one.
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't know. I mean, I like. Can't think of his name.
Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Liam.
Chris. Liam's the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth. But good show.
I thought it was hilarious.
I don't put it on my top 10, but I mean, it's a good show. Okay, you ready for my number 10?
Yes.
No Country for Old Men.
Oh, that movie's so good. That movie's so creepy too.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you got I can't think of the heel's name, the bad guy's name, and Tommy Lee Jones doing the little, chase the rabbit down the hole kind of thing, and you got Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Trying to escape and all that stuff. Just kind of I wouldn't call him an innocent victim because he took the money, but he really know what he was getting himself into when he took that money.
Yeah. I love that movie. That's a good one.
Okay.
Another one that's not on my list but came at the same time was 3:10 to Yuma. I loved that movie.
That's a pretty good movie.
They came out the same year. Yeah. So okay.
My number 9.
Number 9.
First.
My number 9.
Not my number 9. You went first that time. I'll go first this time. The Departed.
That's it. Yeah. Great movie.
Yeah.
I always forget about that movie.
All right. Your number 9.
Christmas Vacation. I put Christmas Vacation on that because I love that movie. I love Christmas Vacation. Yes.
You're so funny.
I know.
All right. So anyway, probably what we should do for people listening, who the stars were in the movie. We did Thor. No Country Old Man, already mentioned. The Departed was an all-star cast.
Yes.
Jack Nicholson, Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, Martin Sheen, Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean,
movie's dope.
It has got a lot of stars in it.
Yes.
Okay. And then Christmas Vacation was
Chevy Chase.
Comparable Chevy Chase.
Yes.
And who played his wife?
I can't remember. Beverly D'Angelo.
Beverly D'Angelo.
Yes.
And then was that where the goofy Anthony, the kid? Was that he in that?
No, it's Randy Quaid who's in there.
Yeah, but who's the kids that play in it though? They're kids.
I can't remember. Oh, it's from
16 Candles kid. Is
yeah,
he's in that?
No, well, maybe it is.
Yeah, I think so.
But he's also from Big Bang Theory and Roseanne and all that too.
That's not the one I was thinking.
Yeah, I can't remember his.
Really?
His name.
He's Roseanne?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're number 8 on this one, right? You're first.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 8 is Taken. Taken. Yep.
I did not put that on my list, but I like it.
Yep. Taken's on my list for sure.
I would probably not watch any of the movies you've pulled up. In other words, I would watch them.
Yes.
So I don't know if probably wouldn't be in my top 25
top
or 30.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And did you say who was in it?
That is Liam Neeson.
Neeson.
Yes.
And you know what we're also haven't done is our quotes from each of the movies.
Yeah. So my gosh.
You need a quote.
No, we can't do
what?
that.
You can.
From Taken, it's.
I specialize.
Yes. I don't know who you are. Like that one.
But I have a very special craft.
Yes,
and I will find you.
Yes,
and I will kill you.
And I will kill you.
Yeah.
I will find you. I will kill you.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. We'll try to do quotes.
We'll
going
try in
forward.
there.
So my number 8. I'm gonna go with Hitch.
Hitch is great. Great movie.
That is the
Your
star of
lovely
the show.
Kevin James.
Well, the
Will Smith.
Who stole the show is Kevin James. The star of the show was Will Smith.
Will Smith.
And there's also some other kind of stars and up and coming there.
Allegra Cole.
Allegra Cole. Allegra Cole?
Yes.
You know Allegra Cole?
Yes. Yes.
He did not
ever do that again. Yeah, movie's great.
I'm telling you, every time I watch that scene, I can't. That and where he kisses him, I cannot stop laughing.
Yes, it's so good.
It's always funny. Always
never not funny.
Yeah, it's never not funny. Okay, I guess I'm at number 7 because you just did. So at number 7, No Time to Die.
No, that James Bond.
007. It's the last one.
No, I never saw that one.
Oh,
Good?
buddy, it's a good movie.
I gotta go see it. Okay, all right. So my number, what am I? 7 is Toy Story. I just love Toy Story.
You're so funny.
I had to put my favorite Disney movie in there. Like, that's where it belongs. And Toy Story is my favorite Disney movie. Also, in the Disney family, my number 6 is Avengers: Infinity War. I thought Infinity War.
But will you like it more in Endgame?
Yes, because Endgame's great. I love it, but I don't think that there's been a movie where I've left so shocked.
Oh, say I'll die.
And the way that I felt when I left Infinity War of like,
Fury.
I cannot wait for 2 more years to figure out what happens to the rest of them. Like, that movie just left me with something that I thought was so great and unique. Yeah. So, which is, I mean, we could go through the Infinity War cast, but that is, we could be here forever. But Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth and all the Chris's.
All right.
So that leaves to you to
number 6.
Wait, yeah.
Number 6. Now it's getting kind of tough because I've got a lot of movies here that I really, really, really like. But number 6, The Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Here we go. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Yes.
I'm a father of a murdered son, a husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life for the next.
Great movie. Yeah. Are you not entertained?
Are you not
in it? Is this not why you're here?
And then there's another great one in that. He goes, "Why won't you just die?"
Yes.
And he goes, "I have one more life to take." Yes. No, it just says, "I like you have killed people when it's necessary." And he turns around, looks, and goes, "I only have one life to take." That chill you a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. All right, you're number 5.
My number 5?
Oh no, I got.
No, you're number 5.
I got 5. Okay, you're probably gonna shock you here, and it may cost me the title, but it's always been one of my favorite movies. Phantasm.
Okay.
You ever heard of it?
Nope.
It's a horror / science fiction, and it was made in 1979, and it will turn.
How do you spell that?
Phantasm, I believe. Phantasm. Tasm. STASIM, I believe. Phantasm.
Okay. Phantasm.
Yeah.
Boy. Never seen it.
Yeah, I mean, like I've kind of got grown out of horror movies, but
yeah.
I would still sit down and watch that, and I actually have it over there on.
Oh, really?
TV,
okay, cool.
If I thought you'd ever watch it, I'd loan it to you.
Nah, I just don't do. No, I don't do horror movies.
Yeah.
I do horror books, but I don't do horror movies.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. So my number.
Oh wait.
I did number 6. My number 5.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Goodfellas.
Oh,
Goodfellas.
Now we're getting in familiar territory.
Yeah,
there.
Goodfellas. I love that movie.
That's a good movie.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to end up in my top 5, but our top 4.
Ray Liotta.
But it's definitely on my list here of movies. It's just getting kind of tough to start. Okay.
I actually liked it better than The Godfather, which is I know it's not okay, but
no, I mean it's what you like.
Yep.
What you like.
And
then
my number 4 is Knives Out. I love Knives Out.
Not a bad. Have you seen the?
I have not seen Glass Onion yet, and I heard it was good, so I need to see Glass Onion.
Yeah, Glass Onion.
I catch up with all my movies a lot during the summer when I'm off.
I sense foul play.
Yes,
that's from the first. Oh, that's from Knives
Out. But his southern accent was so good.
Yeah,
Dana Craig is so good.
Yeah. What was his name?
Dana. I can't remember who his name was. Yeah, what his name was. But I love that. I love that movie.
That's good. So now we're down to the top 4. Or I'm down to 4. You've already done your 4.
I've done my top 3.
So you're down to 3. I'm down to 4.
Yes.
All right. My number 4 is going to be Silver Linings Playbook.
Great movie.
Yep. Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro, Chris Rock. No. Yes. No. Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah, I can't think of who else is in it.
So what's your 3 then?
Okay, and then I have to do 3. It's getting tough here. Wow. This is going to be hard. My number 3 of all time, The Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz, huh? Just
that goes way
childhood memories.
Yep. Oh, that's number 4.
So mine also is little childhood memories for me on 3. My third favorite is Empire Strikes Back. That's my favorite Star Wars movie, and so that had to go on there. I loved Empire Strikes Back, where again leaves you with what's gonna happen is the Empire taking over. But no, I love that movie.
That's a good movie.
Yep.
That's the second one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And so my number 2, Anchorman. That's just one of my favorite movies of all time. I had to put a comedy on there. I love Anchorman.
You're so funny.
Yes. Stay classy, San Diego.
Okay, my number 2.
Yes.
Elvis.
Really, of all time,
Yeah.
Elvis.
Yeah.
You loved it that much,
Yeah,
huh?
I do.
Okay, cool.
And you're number 2, and then you're number 1.
So
no, I need to know number 1.
Yeah, you're number 1, and then my number 1.
Well, I don't even think you got to guess. Godfather.
So The Godfather is on your list.
Number 1.
Okay, cool.
And you're number 1, sir? Oops.
Top Gun Maverick. I love Top Gun. I love that movie so much this summer. I saw it 4 times in theaters. It's my favorite non-sports movie of all time. I love it.
So, your favorite quote from Top Gun?
No, I don't. I can't remember from Maverick what my favorite one was.
Really?
But
You don't have one?
I love the interactions with Hangman. Like Hangman was great.
I like
just talk to me, Goose, over and over again.
Yeah, that one scene at the beginning where, well, if I live and breathe, it's Bagman.
Yes.
He goes, Hangman, whatever.
Yes.
And then my favorite in The Wizard of Oz is,
I'll get you, my little pretty.
Yes.
And your little dog, too.
Yep, that's a good one. That's a good one.
and then The Godfather, my favorite quote is, leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli. That's awesome.
And then probably in Elvis,
yeah, that was a good movie. We saw that together, which was...
There were several ones in there. Probably the one who goes, back when I was starting out, my very first song I recorded was That's All Right, Little Mama. But this ain't going to be no nostalgia show. We're going to mix it up. Where he's in rehearsal at the MGM, or not the MGM, but at the International Hotel. There's several good ones. I also like the part where they hear his music for the first time and they claim he's, like, they ain't going to be no Negro on this tour. There's no way. And he goes, that's the thing. He's white.
Yes.
And Internal Com Parker goes, he's white. Because they were in the South on the Louisiana hayride, which, we know about stuff going on back in those days.
Sure.
So while you're compiling our list,
yes,
I want to give you my honorable mention.
Yeah, talk to me. Talk to me, Goose.
And I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 other movies that I could have considered. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
The Dark Knight.
I love that movie.
Yep.
It's so good.
Goodfellas was on there.
Okay, Goodfellas was on there.
Godfather 2. Second one.
Okay.
Armageddon.
Okay.
Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run!
Run, yes,
Shawshank Redemption. But you left that one off.
Oh, yeah, I do love Shawshank.
Independence Day.
That's a great movie.
Yep. Green Mile.
Yes.
The Untouchables from the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Kevin Costner, Andy Garcia, Sean Connery.
Yes.
The Help.
I've never seen the Help, and my mom
gotta
gets
see
so
it.
mad at me every time that
It's
I tell her I don't
so
see it.
good.
Yes, because Octavia Spencer's in it,
Yeah.
and she's lovely.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of great, and Ron Howard's daughter is in it. And
Yeah.
she's the bad.
Oh,
she is
she's
like-
lovely.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, and she was also in the Elton John movie as well. Played his mom. Elton John.
And then she
and,
was-
Jurassics.
She was also in. Oh gosh.
Bryce Dallas Hubbard.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or
She's
Howard.
great. She's great.
and then Warrior is on that list.
You like Warrior?
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yep.
And then here's one you bet you've never heard of. It's called Sold Out.
Sold Out.
It's about a talent agent that discovers a nobody and builds him up into this country star. And there's basically no stars in it at all, but it's a great storyline and really good. It's a really compelling movie. It's called Sold Out.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then some of them I left off that I probably should have put in there is like Courageous. Though that's one of my favorites probably. Courageous, and then it's a sports movie, so we can't count it. But Facing the Giants is probably up there as well.
Yeah, those are some good movies. I was tabulating over here, so
Okay.
I have both of our
Okay,
ratings.
okay.
I have all of them all set.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Except for with the exception of, I could not find Phantasm.
Oh, really?
So I'm looking. Oh, it's with a P. I spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me see here. Okay. So I got that
All right.
number, and then
All right. So you start giving them to me,
hold on.
or guess them.
Yes. So hold on. I need to get Elvis too because
Okay.
where I was looking was not correct. Stand by.
Okay.
Stand by. Okay, that's funny. They're both the same rating.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So
Let me guess.
yeah.
a
So
few.
let's go. So We'll go from top to bottom for you. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. So
Pick one.
Godfather.
88.
No, Godfather's 98.
Woo!
Yes, Godfather's 98.
Okay. Wizard of Oz. Oh no, you're picking.
Yeah, I'm
Go,
just
go.
going top to bottom
Yeah,
for
okay.
you, the ones that you picked.
Okay.
So Elvis.
85.
85, 77, so you're
Okay.
within 7 there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Wizard of Oz?
90.
98.
Ooh, dang.
98.
It's gonna be another landslide.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
So you were Wizard of Oz? We said 98. Okay, Silver Linings Playbook. What do you think?
92.
92, dead on. Dead on.
Okay.
Phantasm?
Probably not very high. I'm gonna say 60.
77.
Yeah, that's higher than I thought it would be.
Yep. And this actually surprised me, your next one, The Gladiator. What do you think?
It's since you said it, it's probably lower than what you think it is. 70.
77.
You probably shouldn't have told
You
me
had
that.
3 on there that's 77, which is wild.
Yeah. Okay. Another one.
No Time to Die?
86.
84. You were within 2.
Hold on. 80. Okay. All right.
Hitch?
75.
Okay, it's 68, and that's egregious to me. That movie should be like an 80,
It's a
85.
funny movie. It's one
Yep.
of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
The Departed?
Oh, that's got to be high. 89.
91. You're within
Ooh.
2 again. 91 within
What
2.
was Departed? Have you done it? Oh, you hadn't done
Yeah,
that
The
one yet.
Departed was 91.
91.
And so No Country for Old Men?
95.
94. Within 1%. Dang, man. That's impressive. Woo! Okay, so let's see if you can get mine, Dan. This is the
Hold on.
tough
Where
part
was,
now.
Where was No Country for Old Men? I don't see it on here. Oh, there it is. It
Okay,
Was what? What was what?
What mine are.
No. Oh, No Country for Old Men was 95.
Yes. And so
Okay.
your total was okay. Hold on. Stand by. I gotta calculate something real quick. So we have what was that number? 698
698.
plus 70.
Oh.
Okay, your total was 852.
Wow.
852.
Knocked the cover off the ball.
Yeah.
All right,
So okay.
yours.
So now mine.
Top Gun.
Okay.
Oh, just pick them. Just go. Top to
Yeah.
bottom.
So what do you? I'm gonna go top to bottom again.
okay.
So Top Gun. Wait, that's the one. Hold on. Oh my gosh, there's a couple that we're missing. So
Okay.
let me look this one up, and I think we're good. But yeah, that's pretty impressive. Those are great movies too. Top Gun Maverick is not coming up. Great podcasting right now.
Yeah. Well, let's do what we do.
We do whatever we want
do
here.
what we do.
We do whatever we want here. Okay, I got it now.
Okay.
All right. So, Top Gun Maverick. What do you think?
90.
96.
Wow.
96.
Okay.
Okay. And then I have next would be Anchorman.
80.
It is 66.
Ooh,
which is a
disappointment.
bummer. Empire Strikes Back.
93.
Within one.
What?
94.
Wow.
90. You're really good at this, man.
Well.
Knives Out.
Oh, that's 95.
97. Within 2% again. Goodfellas.
93.
96 within 3. Man. Within 5 is always impressive. I think you're really impressive at this game. And then Avengers Infinity War.
94.
85.
Really?
85.
Okay.
All right. Toy Story.
It's going to be high. 90.
100.
What?
It is a perfect
No way.
100. It is
No
one
way.
of Rotten Tomatoes top. Like it
You
is
might actually have this, man.
It is
You're
100.
going to win this one.
Okay. So Taken is
65.
58.
I knew it was going to be low.
Yep, I know it's not the greatest movie.
Okay.
Christmas Vacation.
81.
68.
You're sinking.
But then Thor Ragnarok.
90.
93.
Yeah. Okay. What's that total?
So I need to do. Okay, did you write your total down?
I did.
Okay, so
852.
okay, so 90. Oop. Dan, I am not kidding you.
There's no way it's a tie.
It's a tie.
No way.
I'm not
I need a
kidding you.
recount. We need a recount here.
I'm not kidding you.
We're gonna have to have a tiebreaker.
Unreal. How funny is that?
You sure you just didn't hit save?
I swear I didn't. I mean, I can double check. Okay, so what's 757, which was my total, and then I had to add Top Gun Maverick because it didn't in there, which
That's
was at
crazy.
96, equals 853.
It was.
Which I beat you by 1 point.
It was Taken and Christmas Vacation sunk you.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Because I think
They
you
did.
had more in the 90s than I did, but I had more consistency.
Yes, you did.
I mean, I had. But
But the 100 from Toy Story.
Yeah, 100
Toy
from
Story. What is, I want to see what the top. What other
2,
movies have
3,
top
4,
100?
5. You had 6 and 90 or above. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 5 90 or above. You had 6. But I didn't have anything below a 68. You had 2 below a 68 or 58. Oh, no, and you had 3 Anchorman.
Okay, so
That's what did it.
I'm looking at the 100% Club and Ode to Movies with a Perfect Score is an article. So Toy Story 1 and 2 both got 100%.
I've seen both, and I don't see them as 100.
Okay. This is
I mean, I
this is
did
all,
not-
this is all not great.
I mean, I enjoyed both. I mean, I'm just saying there. I don't see them as 100.
I don't think 2 is, but I actually love 2.
I was
2's
surprised
great.
Phantasm was a 77 because I figured to be, since it's a horror movie, I figured it'd be like 50. What did I say? 55 or something? 60 for Phantasm. So I missed that one.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so the list of, because some of these are like meh, like they're old school,
Yeah.
like they have Public Enemy. Like some of the newer ones are, they don't have a lot of newer ones. We're missing. Yes, they do. I'm looking. Nanette, Mercury 13, The Judge. Do not look like 100% movies to me. I'll have to figure that out. Anyway, all right. So, but we had a great time doing that. That was good.
Yeah,
Those were fun.
Again.
So
Next week is our eras of wrestling.
Eras of wrestling.
Next week. So we're gonna do a 70s, 80s, and what was it? 70s, an
We
80s,
said pre-70s, and then so anything before the 70s. So 79 and before.
Okay.
And then 80 up until 99, and then 2000s after. Yes.
Let me write that down.
Yep. So those are good eras, I think, by the way.
Before 79.
Yep.
So 0 to 79, and then we got 80
0
to 99, and then 2000 and plus.
Yep.
Okay.
So back to.
And we're including females in that, or no?
I think so. I think we could definitely do that. Or do you want your Mount Rushmore of women's wrestlers too? So we have 4 different Mount Rushmores that we're looking at.
Or how about overall on women?
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
but overall on
4
women.
different. Yeah.
Yes.
Plus females.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I like it. Next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Love it.
All right. While you're digging up your
We did a
Devo.
lot of building the airplane in the air tonight, which is not. I mean, I love it.
We had some special tools getting us.
Yeah,
through that
we
one.
did. We did.
So if you're listening to us for the first time, which is probably on YouTube, because that's about only where I'm pasting the format now. Sometimes I'll go put an episode on Facebook. But you can find us on YouTube. It's called Faithletic. It's a little bit of faith, a little bit of athletics. We cover a broad perspective of topics. During football season, it's pretty much it's slanted towards football. And we have our prediction show. We talk about the previous week and who the coaches are and who free agents and things like that. Then when we get out of football, we kind of just throw it together with entertainment as well. And then at the end of each show, we do a devotion. We are both followers of Christ, and we believe in the good news, and we want to share some of that hope with others. Somebody may be out there searching. They're lost, you just need encouragement, and we want to close each show with something that hopefully helps you get through your day or your week. So if you want to find out more about us, you can go on Facebook. We're Faithletic. You can also catch us on Twitter and Instagram and also YouTube. And if you go to YouTube, click on the subscribe button, hit the bell, and that way every time we post a new episode, you will get alerted. There is probably close to 80 episodes on there on YouTube already of episodes over the last 4 years. Have we been doing this now 4 years? 4 seasons. This is our 4th season.
Yeah, we've been doing this a long time.
We started in 2000 and together.
It's about
18 or 19.
Yeah.
19 I think.
So we've been doing this at least 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're in our
Man.
4th season, I believe, together. We were with a internet radio station previously. We actually met each other through church, and then I had already established a show, and then Kyle was a free agent and came aboard, and then he and I decided we wanted to control our format a little bit better, so we just started our own little podcast.
Here we are.
We've been doing that since I want to say 2019
Yeah,
or 20.
that's correct.
Somewhere in there.
Right before the pandemic, I
Right,
think.
yeah.
So
It was something like that. Anyway,
actually, it might be 2018. We might be looking at 5 years coming up.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
I think it was
No,
19.
maybe it's not. It was 19.
It was late 19, I think. But anyway, or mid-season 18. Because I started it in 17, when 8. You might be right. Might be the end of 18. Anyway, at the end of the show, we do devotions. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this over. It's called Daily at the Cross, and Casey's going to provide that for now.
Okay, so we are looking at a devotion called Your Role in Your Purpose.
Oh,
Okay?
I like it.
It says, therefore, my dear friends, as you have always obeyed, not only in the presence, but now, much more in my absence, continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purpose, which is from Philippians 2:12 and 13. Here's what we have established, that man's primary purpose in life is to know, exalt, and enjoy God forever. The believer's purpose in this world is to make disciples, and that God has a unique purpose for us that each or that He's prepared in advance for us to live and walk in. And so, as today's passage shows us, it's actually God Himself who works in us and accomplishes His good and perfect purposes in, through, and around us. It's He who works in us that is pleasing to Him through Jesus Christ and equips us for everything good for doing His will and for every good work. So after reading this, you may be thinking, cool, so God does it all, and I just have to sit back and let Him do His thing, right? Well, yes, He does, but we can't just sit back and do nothing. We have an active role in our purpose and God's work in our lives. As the first part of today's passage says, we are to continue to work out our salvation with fear and trembling. That work essentially means that you do your part with diligence, surrender, and humility and deep care. Therefore, we need to be devoted to working out our salvation the same way someone works out with their muscles in the gym. Think about it. You don't make your muscles grow, right? Your body does that on its own so long as you're consistent in your workouts and eating right and so forth. So what does this look like practically? It looks like being devoted to the study of the word, to prayer, to worship, and living in a community with His people. It means hearing from Him, speaking to Him, and being connected to His people. That's our role, intimacy with the Lord. Growing in relationships with Him. It's that simple. And as we strong and brings about His good purposes, He teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in this present age, as it says in Titus 2:12. It is immeasurably more than we could ask or imagine according to His power that is at work within us. To Him be His glory and to the church of Jesus Christ throughout all generations forever, which comes from Ephesians 3:20. So we can take comfort in knowing that God does indeed do the work so long as we spend time with Him and grow in relationship with our wonderful and loving Savior. And I think that's great. I think that's a good work, that it's a both and situation. We don't just, it just doesn't come easy for us. We have to work for something as well. And I think that's a good word for me personally, is that you have to work and put in the due diligence. So
what is your reference on that?
It came from Philippians 2:12 and 13.
That was good.
Good stuff.
I like it. All right. Well, it's been a wrap, and those that joined us for the first time, it's every Wednesday night, 8:00. There are time to time when we're going to miss a show because we have previous commitments that we need to fulfill. Both of us have jobs, and both of us have families, and we have things that we need to tend to, so we always don't.
This is true.
Yeah, we always can't make it every Wednesday night. But
sure.
We will be here faithfully throughout the year, and we
faithletically.
Hey, I like that. Be faithletically. All right.
Sure.
All right, this is gonna put me to sleep, but I couldn't find my regular closing music, so that's what we're going with. All right, I'm Coach, and I'm with
Casey,
and we are
Faithletic the podcast.
Let me try that again. I'm Coach, and I'm with
Casey,
and we are
Faithletic the podcast.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great night. Remember that Jesus loves you, and so do we. Thanks for joining us.